Hello and welcome to Benue Television News Extra at 7. This is a review of stories that made headlines in the state in a week just ended. I am Mna Ishim Dam. Now let's begin with the Sunday service, where Christian believers have been reminded of the importance of consistently turning to God for sustenance rather than opting for wrongly acquired riches. And child evangelist Master Tomute David gave the reminders as part of Children's Service Month celebration at NKST Church UT Makwidi. Correspondent Margaret Abba has details.
Master Tumute emphasized his sermon during the Sunday service that Christians should cultivate the habit of relying on God, not only in times of trouble, but at all times. The young preacher restated that God is inviting Christians to come to him, assuring them that he will give them rest. He pointed out that regardless of the challenges they face, God is always ready to answer their prayers and provide the needed rest. The preacher warned believers not to take God's rest as an opportunity to cancel sins, urging the faithful to follow the example of Jesus Christ, who lived without sin despite his position as the Son of God.
I'm advising all Christians around the world that they should come to the Lord. They should surrender everything to him so that he will give them rest, so that he will accept them into his holy home. We should invite the invitation now, but there is no time. The end of the world is at hand.
The coordinator of the children's ministry at NKST UT, Elder Daniel Dam, explained that Children's Month of Celebration was an annual event where children usually engage in all activities of the day's service. He appealed to the parents to involve their children in the things of God and to spend quality time with them.
Parents too should spend time with their children, teaching them the word of God. The same way we spend money on education, we should be able to find time, create time for them. If we don't have, we should employ a pastor that will be training our children, because that is the greatest inheritance we can give unto our children.
The Bible reading was taken from the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, which states, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." In a related development, the resident pastor of NKST Time, Reverend Senate Ukenge, who preached on the topic, bringing God's people together, said God has never gathered his people and let them to go empty without giving them a message. He further stressed that the day was particularly memorable for Boys Brigade in the Benue State Council, as the week was a platform to encourage the young ones and to discourage social vice like living gay lives or engaging in secret society.
Boys Brigade is helping so much to fight this menace. The issue of secret courts, the issue of gay, we trust God that he will use their leaders to teach them with the guide of the pastor and elders of the church. We'll be able to teach them the right way to go. The Bible tells us to train up a child in the way he should go, that when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Margaret Abba, Benue Television News, Makwidi.
As part of efforts marking this year's celebration, stakeholders in Benue State have advocated for the speedy return of displaced persons to their ancestral homes. The advocacy was part of work by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Benue State Emergency Management Agency in Makwidi. Fidelia Zashandu has the rest of the report.
The World Humanitarian Day is observed every year on August 19th. It is a day set aside to identify and celebrate with persons involved in humanitarian activities or caring for victims of disasters across the world. Benue SEMA, in collaboration with Ministry of Humanitarian, marks this day. It begins with a walk from the Government House roundabout to the State House of Assembly, where the advocates are received by the Speaker, Aondina Daju, who was represented by Majority Leader Tise Sati. The group make a case for the IDPs to return to their homes, saying a bill has already been submitted to the House to that effect. Commissioner for Humanitarian, Mr. Aonduwasekunde, addresses the lawmakers, asking that they try to hasten deliberations on all humanitarian bills on the floor of the House for speedy passage into law. Mr. Kunde says such bills, when passed, will make positive impact on the lives of Benue people.
The increasing number of attacks on humanitarian workers are repeated violators of international laws Protecting them demonstrates the need for global awareness and action. A durable solution is said to have been achieved when internet displaced persons no longer have any specific assistance and protection needs that are linked to their displacement and can enjoy their home right without discrimination or account of their displacement.
Responding, the Speaker, Mr. Awandunadaju, who is represented by Majority Leader Sate Tise, identifies with the stakeholders for the good work already in progress. Tise pledges support of the lawmakers and urges the stakeholders to continue to do their best.
And we are interested in a lot of issues that are on set of these non-governmental organizations that you are part. I have a bill on my table that was sent to us by Benue. It's a bill on domestic violence and some other. We are waiting for its input before we consider it to read and then pass.
The team later leaves for Anyi in Logo local government of Benue State for onward distribution of palliatives from the federal government. Fidelia Zashaundu, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Benue State Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Nyeman Otese, has advised the people of the state not to panic over the outbreak of monkeypox in Nigeria. The commissioner is in an interview with Benue Television Tuesday at his office, assured Benue people of adequate preparation to tackle the outbreak. Our correspondent, Matthew Iklono, has details.
The outbreak of monkeypox in Nigeria is causing worry to many people in Benue State. Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Yaman Otese, says Benue people need not panic as there is no report of monkeypox in Benue, Nasarawa and Abuja. Dr. Yaman calls on the residents in the state to look out for symptoms of the disease and report to the 3 health institutions in the state.
Formerly called monkeypox, but now we call it mpox, has not been reported in Benue State because our emergency operations center has not reported any case of mpox.
Dr. Otese assures Benue people of adequate preparation to tackle the outbreak if reported in the region.
We have our hospitals in Benue, 3 tertiary institutions in Benue State that can handle any of those problems. The teaching hospital, our state teaching hospital, Federal Medical Center Makudi, and Federal Universal Health Institute Otupo. These are tertiary health institutions we have that can manage it.
Medical experts said the monkeypox is a communicable and contagious disease that has so far claimed a lot of lives in other African countries. There are also fears of the disease continuing spread across countries. Matthew Ikulono, Benue Television News, Makurdi.
Thank you, Matthew. On that note, we will proceed on a quick break. We'll be back with more stories.
Ambition.
My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audio Mac, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow
Welcome back. You're still watching Benue Television News Extra at 7. Now, still on health matters, we reported that Benue State epidemiologist Dr. Musuega Aseman and state focal person for monkeypox, Joy Kume, have advised the public to practice and maintain proper personal hygiene to prevent the spread of monkeypox disease. The advice came Tuesday as part of our live program Talk Health. Yuangi Baja has the report.
According to Dr. Asima, Mpox is a rare viral zoonotic infectious disease that is spreading across several African countries, including the tropical rainforests of the West and Central Africa. The exact reservoir of the virus is still unknown, although rodents, squirrels, and monkeys are suspected to play a part in its transmission. Dr. Asima during Talk Health says the symptoms are similar to other fevers but manifests with rashes.
The first symptom in most cases to appear is fever. Then after 1 to 3 days there is a rash. Then other symptoms like headache, muscle pain, general body pains, back pains, sore throat, they also can be seen in this patient.
Dr. Asima also says there are vaccines for Mpox, and the Ministry of Health is yet to take delivery of the vaccines for Nigeria.
The vaccine that was used against smallpox and Mpox are from the same genus of the orthopox viruses and the same family of the poxviridae viruses. So they share similar clinical presentation and response to treatment.
Another guest on the program, Joy Akome, mentioned how people living with Mpox can be supported.
We shouldn't discriminate against people that come down with this disease. Like we said, it's not a death sentence. It's treatable. It's a self-limiting disease, meaning it can run the course of its time in 2 weeks if there are no complications and you're okay.
This new strain of Mpox virus, which is said to have emerged in eastern Congo and has since been detected in Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda. According to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC), a total of 39 confirmed cases and 0 deaths have been recorded across 19 states and the FCT from the beginning of the year 2024. Iwange Baja, Benue Television News, Makodi.
We still reported that Benue State has been grappling with a disease which has claimed numerous lives in the state. The situation has become a significant concern for both residents of medical authorities in the state. The ailment, known locally as Ambi in Tiv, Aplo in Idoma, and Akbiti in Igede, is referred medically as the Buruli Osa. Correspondent Matthew Colonel Tuesday went around Makudi town to get opinions of people on this event and the progress health authorities have recorded so far. The report
has been lost to this deadly and mysterious disease known in the local languages as Ambi, Aplo, and Akpiti. According to traditional beliefs, the ailment is thought to be an affliction brought upon by traditionalists skilled in causing pain or death to their victims. The beliefs are deeply rooted in the culture of the 3 major tribes in Benue State, who asserted that there is no known medical cure for the ailment, only traditional remedies.
It's curable. Cure is not in the hospital. Okay. That is what you understand. Okay. The cure is not in the hospital. If you go to native doctors, those herbal doctors, they are the ones curing the Ambi.
It's a very dangerous disease that people are bringing from native doctors, herbalists, to affect or afflict their fellow humans. Acts of wickedness.
Some people send it from here, and we don't know how the medicine will come that we will treat it. They don't matter. They call them Aplo, but and he get it and call them Akpiti. So I will not know the medicine to treat it.
Kaini etete otega Aplo Akpiti nwajo etene mando ku Aplo. Egane yote maba ele mi ko lo ti po mi ke pila.
However, Benue State Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Yaman Utese, has provided a different perspective. He described the ailment as an infection caused by the organism Mycobacterium oserians. Dr. Utise explains that the disease typically begins as a painless swelling of the affected area, usually on the arms, legs, or face. The commissioner is urging the people of Benue State to seek medical attention at the medical institution located in Makurdi, Boko, and Otukpo. He also highlighted the Ministry of Health is collaborating with international partners to combat this deadly disease.
Usually presents with swelling of lower limbs, with blisters, which erupts into wounds and they become ulcer. It is not a witchcraft illness, it's a mycobacterium illness. It can be treated. We have developed drugs that the organisms respond to it. The clarithromycin and the rifampicin taken for way over 56 days can completely clear the organism, while the ulcer will be treated like any chronic wound.
Recall that Dr. Yaman Utisi had previously announced during the endowment fund for the establishment of a cancer center at the Benue State University Teaching Hospital in Makurdi that his ministry is actively working on ways to eradicate Buruli ulcer in the state. Matthew Ikulono, Benue Television News, Makurdi.
And from Benue State House of Assembly, we reported that the legislatures held a valedictory session for late Barrister George Uche. This event formed part of Thursday plenary in Makurdi. Fidelia Zashando has the rest of the report.
The Benue State House of Assembly plenary on Thursday was unusual as members joined the family and relatives to mourn death of lawmaker George Uche. The House moved the motion for his portrait to be admitted on the floor as part of privileges extended to former members of the House. One by one, members from the 3 senatorial zones take turns to honor the departed. Member representing Benue North East, Thomas Dugeri, Benue Northwest, Tewasi Uche, and Benue South, Kennedy Agbo, all expressed sadness over the demise of Mr. Uche.
Honorable George Ondaka Uche, the former member of Benue State House of Assembly, was a true leader and a compassionate soul, a pillar of strength for many.
There is no more. His legacy based on he once was a member here, sat on this hallowed chamber, and made laws for the state. History will be kind to him, and I pray that he will find a place in the bosom of his maker.
Chairman, Forum of Former Legislators Sylvester Atachin and former Speaker of the 6th Assembly, Tese Tumba, all praised Uche, saying he was a good man and his family should be given the needed support.
The rapidity of death to former members is too much. Somebody who has passed through the Benue State House of Assembly shouldn't die as early as that. You must pass the age of 100.
There is no more. That is the reality of life. The Bible says it's appointed unto man who wants to die. There is a time to be born, a time to die. I want to particularly encourage the wife and children and members of the family that they should take solace. We all will take solace in God.
Finally, Speaker of the House, Aunduna Daju, extended his funeral oration saying, "Death is a wake-up call for all to live worthy life of emulation."
We're all going to leave this chamber one day, and we'll become former members too. We know that God is the giver of life, and He takes it when He wants to. But we also know that we need to take care of ourselves. We need to go for medical checkup. We need to take some drugs. Keep life going to when our Creator
George Uchi was a member representing Kwendi West State constituency in the 6th Assembly. Meanwhile, the House has received two bills to be debated on a later date. They are a bill for a law to establish Benue State Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment and a bill for a law to provide for Benue State Internally Displaced Pupils and Students Education Board. Fidelia Zashaundu, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Now, media practitioners have been encouraged to embrace objectivity in their reportage. We'll bring you details of this report shortly after the break. Welcome back. In the week just ended, we brought to you the report that said that media practitioners have been encouraged to shun bias and emotion when reporting in conflict situations and embrace objectivity as a tool. The call was made during a state-level strategic stakeholders engagement workshop for effective early warning, early response system in Nigeria at the Benue hotels in Makudi. Martha Iko was there. Now, report.
Conflict cannot be resolved without management skill, and for conflict to be sustainably resolved, media practitioners need to have conflict management skills as well as understand causes, actions, and the source. This formed the outcome of a state-level strategy stakeholders engagement workshop with the title Effective Early Warning, Early Response System in Nigeria, organized by USAID Mercy Corps Nigeria for media practitioners from Benue and Nasarawa states, held in Makudi. The one-day workshop is to adopt a conflict-sensitive approach towards engaging and compelling media practitioners to be able to mitigate conflict in their reportage. Participants at the workshop are taught on the need to understand the dynamics and the underlying issues on threats to one another's aspirations that can result to conflict and make positive contributions towards peace management. Resource persons suggest helping to create conditions that allow for the interest and need of various parties in conflict to be heard. In a presentation on digital ecosystem from online threats to offline harm, weaponization of the social media, as well as sources and risks that social media create on how much online platforms promote conflict, the chief of party Mercy Corps Nigeria, Danjuma Dawop, says media practitioners should be able to counter misinformation on the social media if properly equipped.
We can kind of draw the attention of the media to understand the relationship between, one, the online ecosystem where they operate and the offline conflict dynamics, which of the impact of whatever it is they write or they report. Then it's important that with that understanding, if they understand this, then they will be able to write in a conflict-sensitive way.
Participants at the state-level strategy stakeholders engagement workshop expressed diverse reactions to the importance of the training as it will enable them to be more objective in their reportage.
Conflict is dynamic and it evolves. So as such, as a journalist, one has to apply sensitivity in his reportage or writing. I will make sure that I work on this.
I understand today that as a journalist, if I must report conflict, it then means that we certainly have to go to the root of the root cause of the conflict. It means I need to know what is responsible for the conflict. It's not enough for me to, it's okay, I've heard them fighting, so let me quickly rush to go and report it. I need to know what is responsible for the fighting. I need to know how I should be able to approach the story to the point that people from both sides will not feel I'm going one side in any way.
The one-day training is to support media practitioners to understand the concept of digital peace building and also recognize that they can make constructive differences to promote peace during times of conflicts. Martha Iku, Benue Television News, Makudi.
We also said that 6,500 students of Benue State University were matriculated on Friday for a new academic year. The matriculation ceremony took place at the Convocation Square of the university in Makudi amidst celebration with family and well-wishers. Manasseh Anongachia has details.
It is the 31st matriculation ceremony of this great institution since it was established in 1992. The Edict Number 1 of 1991 authorized the establishment under the then Governor Reverend Father Moses Adasu. An institution that started with less than 500 students is presently boasting a fresh intake population of more than 6,000. From session to session, BSU carries out its responsibility of giving genuine students their right to education and academic identity. Addressing the new undergraduates, Vice Chancellor of Benue State University, Professor Joe Irapu, urges the matriculating students to embrace integrity, hard work, and commitment to excellence as values that are dear to the university. Professor Irapu noted that knowledge is not about passing exams but acquiring skills, wisdom, and experience to make meaningful contribution to society.
By choosing to come to BSU, they know that they were making the right choice. So that's point number one. Number two, BSU is the university that every student in the state and around North Central wants to be. And before the matriculation today, they have gone through a process of orientation. And during this orientation, they were spoken to about many things: exam misconduct, student union activism, attendance to lectures. We even brought people from EFCC to speak to them, ICPC to speak to them, and different people that spoke to them about their conduct both within and outside the university. So holistically, we're not just preparing them for the university, we're preparing them, like I said, to be global social workers.
Parents are not left out in event as Mr. Paul Tiongbea and Mrs. Nancy Azembe encourage those who matriculated to be focused and diligent in their studies in order to become profitable in future.
My daughter has been admitted into College of Sciences, Social Sciences, precisely. She has been matriculated today. I'm very happy and excited. In fact, I want to first of all thank the university community for the offer they have given to her. And I expected that as she has come in, she will do her best to excel when she graduates.
It's a thing of joy for her being in the university. Looking at me at my age, my daughter is being in the university. Is it not a grateful thing? Yes, I'm so happy, and I'm expecting that she should give me that joy. For her being in the university, it's not all about dressing, but I want her to make a good grade as she's here.
Matriculating student Mr. Emmanuel Kenyi and Miss Ngodo Akase, who felt elated and grateful to God Almighty, promised to put in their best and encourage their mates to do same.
In fact, today I feel like I'm even graduating. Like the way I'm feeling today, I just feel like I'm graduating. Like all the stress I've gotten through till now, like I'm very happy for this day. This is like the best day. I want to graduate as one of the best graduating students here. I expect to do that.
Some opportunities in life come just once. And sometimes when we ruin or not use those opportunities effectively, sometimes the effect of misuse may be so bad that we may not have the opportunity of getting another chance to correct our wrongs. So let us always see opportunities in life as the last opportunities or the best opportunities that we could ever get.
The 2023-2024 academic session matriculated a total of 6,502 students and first set of Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Faculty of Technology and Industrial Studies. Manasseh Anongachia, Benue Television News, Makudi.
And finally, from Business and Welfare Desk, we reported that 20 petty traders in Benue State have received checks of 50,000 naira each as recapitalization grant from the Renewed Hope Initiative of the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu. The Economic Empowerment Initiative aims to reach about 1,000 female petty traders in each state of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria. Martha Iku has details of the report.
Thunderous clapping erupts from people in appreciation of the fund to Benue women by Nigeria's First Lady and founder Renewed Hope Initiative, Oluremi Tinubu, and the Benue State Governor Hyacinth Aria for boosting their businesses. These Benue women are filled with excitement. It is barely 1 week of disbursement of the Renewed Hope Initiative food to vulnerable groups in the state by the wife of the president. Then comes the recapitalization grant to 1,000 women petty traders in Benue State, performing the symbolic presentation of checks to 20 beneficiaries at the banquet hall of Government House in Makurdi. The wife of the president and founder Renewed Hope Initiative, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, says it is part of her commitment to drive economic growth towards better life for families. Represented by the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Anne Itodo, the First Lady says a total of 1.8 billion naira is to be disbursed to 37,000 women petty traders across the nation to assist them to recapitalize and grow their businesses.
We are all aware of the challenges faced by small and medium enterprises, SMEs, especially the petty traders, who form the backbone of our local economies. These challenges, however, have not deterred the strength of our women. Through the Renewed Hope Initiative Economic Empowerment Program, we are providing 1,000 selected women petty traders per state with a grant of 50,000 naira each.
Speaking at the flag off of recapitalization of economic grants, the Benue State Governor Hyacinth Aria, represented by the Deputy Governor Sam Ode, says the gesture by Nigeria's First Lady is not just disbursement of funds, but economic empowerment for women, which holds great benefits. The governor assures Benue women of sustained support by the present administration, urging them to take the grant as a sign of their belief in women's ability to prosper.
I'm extending in a very special way my deepest appreciation to Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, First Lady of Nigeria, the wife of our President. Her commitment to the economic empowerment, particularly for women and the most vulnerable in our society, has brought about transformative change across our nation, Nigeria. Today's event is yet another testament of her tireless efforts and her dedication to the vision of a prosperous Nigeria, and that includes Benue State.
Special advisor to the Benue State Governor on Women Affairs and State Coordinator, Renewed Hope Initiative, Scholastica Benso, lauds the initiative of the First Lady, which has provided opportunity to women to boost their businesses.
Just last week, when we flagged off the food outreach program, the wife of the vice president said, by come next week, we will be doing this event, and true to their word, it's happening today. These are women that's honestly, they're deliberate. What they say they will do, they do. A word of encouragement to us all. These monies may look small to you, but it can make a difference. Please put it judiciously in whatever it is you desire to do.
Some of the 20 beneficiaries of the grant expressed gratitude to the founder of the Renewed Hope Initiative, saying it will go a long way to boost their businesses.
I'm really happy I could benefit from this because I run a mini business of POS, and I have a mini fish pond, which I was actually lacking funds for, but as this came, I could actually expand it a little.
I love what you said, but all thanks to them for what they have contributed to us to support our business. We promise that we will make them proud.
980 women are expected to receive the grant in the coming days to make up the figure of 1,000. Martha Iku, Benue Television News, Makurdi.
Well, it is on these notes that we draw the curtains on today's episode of Benue Television News Extra at 7. Thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for the rest of our programs coming your way. See you same time next week for a more interesting episode of the program. I am Mna Ishundam. To have a good night's rest. Bye for now.